samskara in the first place. The physical layer, how you create it. If you remove the engraved memory completely, you will lose both the energy and the picture. But when you work on the Annamaya Kosha, the memory's energy will be there, but the pictures will disappear. So that means the vasanas. The vasanas literally in Sanskrit, vasana means smell. That will be removed, but Shakti or the power of the samskara will stay with you. Vasana refers to the object that created the samskara in the first place. It is like the seed. Shakti is the power of the samskara. Removing vasana, but not the power of samskara, is called self-actualization. Understand? Self-actualization can be achieved in two ways. By completely removing the samskara and the energy. This is the path of renunciation. Or by having the energy, but not the vasana. This is the path of self-actualization. Now, by working on the Anandamaya Kosha, you will be having the power, but not the pictures. The Vedic way of putting the theory of evolution is the most beautiful way. Understand? Charles Darwin missed an important point in the theory of evolution. If Darwin had caught a little bit of the energy of enlightenment, the whole history of the West might have been different. He took the monkey as the father figure. There lies the problem. The Vedic tradition says man came down from God. Darwin says man came down from monkey. The throne is given to God in one tradition and to the monkey in another tradition. Whoever you put on the throne, you will remember and live like them. That's why Darwin missed the game. He did not catch the exact thread. Again, Sigmund Freud, after 40 years of research, concluded that human beings as such can't be helped or healed. After 40 years of research, he said that. The problem is he did not get a single enlightened specimen to work with. He worked only with patients and with sick people who had not experienced the flowering of enlightenment and hence the totality of being a human. So he was led to conclude that that was the normal state. He concluded that man as such was sick and hence can never be helped or healed. A follower of Sigmund Freud went to Tiruvannamalai, a spiritual nerve center in South India, and my native place, Swamiji's native place. He was afraid to meet enlightened master Ramana Maharshi and so came away without meeting him. He writes, I was afraid I would be lost in his presence. I have done too much research and I have too much investment in my beliefs. All my beliefs might disappear if I meet him and sit in his presence. Just see his mind game. It clearly shows that he was not a true scientist. He was just a marketing person. One who sells himself, not one who works for the truth. Understand, if you are a scientist and you sign on agreement with a company, you are completely bound. The moment you sign an agreement, you give up your freedom to research the real truth. Then you are no more a scientist. You are not a true seeker. In the same way, this man had lost the truth. In olden days in India, there was a taxi which you had to push half the distance and the half it would go by itself. This man writes in his reminiscences, such a taxi came to take me to Ramana Maharshi's place. That morning, some fear gripped me and I simply took the taxi and ran away to Chennai. From there, I came back. He went all the way and was just half an hour's distance away from Ramana. If he had met Bhagwan, the whole Western analysis of human psychology might have been different. They would have enjoyed the science of enlightenment. You see, these people have done enough research in the waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state, but they missed the samadhi state, the turiya state. If only they had one enlightened specimen, they would have been flabbergasted by the result. They would have had a real fun with science to find the results recorded. In the Vedic tradition, evolution is linked to the different avatars of Vishnu. The first is considered to be the fish body. You are born as fish. You accumulate some samskaras through a few incidents when you are a fish. Then you see a tortoise going around. You see a better possibility in the body of the tortoise. You decide, next time I will create a body like that. A tortoise can live in water and on land. Then, when you are in the tortoise body, you see a better and better body, like that of a pig or some other animal. Then you decide, next time I create a body, I will create that kind of a body. So when you die, you create the next level. That is the pig body. As the cycle happens, you evolve. And also collect different engrams or the samskaras every time you take birth anew. You raise the frequency of the system. or the body every time you are given a chance to create or design. The same sequence you can see in the incarnations of Lord Vishnu as well. First, it is the Matsya avatar, means the fish incarnation, then a tortoise, then the tortoise, then the pig, then the half man, half animal, then the pygmy man, then the primitive man, then the civilized man like Rama, then who is dharmic. Lastly, even beyond civilization, there is the civilized Buddha avatar, the completely enlightened being who is not bound by any rules and regulations, who is just radiating joy, energy, and enlightenment. It is this evolution that happens in man also. Step by step, different kinds of beings happen. At every stage, you collect samskaras and design a body when you are given an option in a better way. This is the process of the evolution of the physical body and the intelligence of evolution. It is this evolution that happens in man also. Step by step, different kinds of beings happen. At every stage, you collect samskaras and design a body when you are given an option in a better way. This is the process of the evolution of the physical body and the intelligence of evolution. So why are there big gaps between people? Sometimes the gap is like crossing a species. Yeah. So it is their decision to evolve. It is not automatic. See, at the current lifetime, you can decide to get enlightened and work for it, or you choose few more pearls. It is all up to your decision. So when you see you are here, you're following these teachings, right, of Swamiji. And there are some many people who we don't need this. Right? So it is their choice how quickly you want to move. It is your choice, your choice to attend this program. You made a choice to come here, right? You're learning something. You want it to grow in your consciousness. So you made and you put in an effort to sit in the class and listen, right? But there are some people who giving their simple pleasures or they're giving their laziness. Oh, how I don't want to get up this early. It is their decision. So their learning is slow. So naturally there is a difference. It is their each individual choice, their thinking. Each time what choice they are making, based on that, their evolution happens. Right? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says of himself, even seeing me is like a glimpse of enlightenment per person. He used to go to Calcutta in a horse carriage. He lived in a very joyful life, picnicking, going out, jumping, dancing, etc. He did not undertake the responsibility of a mission during his lifetime. Ramakrishna mission was not created by Ramakrishna. He initiated around 60 disciples. When he died, only they gathered. He says, even if someone sees me accidentally, they don't even have to understand that I am enlightened. Even if they just see me casually, they are blessed. You might think, how can that be? It sounds too egoistic. It is like me saying that if my car is standing at the signal and another car comes next to my car, if the person in the other car just happens to turn and look at me, he is blessed. He doesn't have to understand that I am enlightened. He doesn't even have to think that I am a holy man. Just a casual glance is enough. Ramakrishna says he is blessed. How can that be? When you understand how to design your body after death, you will understand this statement. A small incident from Ramakrishna's life. One day, suddenly, he permitted his photograph to be taken. He selected one of the 3 photographs and said, please make prints of this photo. This is going to be worshipped by thousands of people. Ramakrishna kept the print in the prayer room and worshipped the photograph. The people who saw this were confused by the act of Ramakrishna and asked him the reason. Ramakrishna explained that he was in the samadhi state when that picture was taken, and hence it had become the very form of Parashakti, the cosmic energy, which could be worshipped. Another interesting story from the life of Krishna. Once Krishna and Arjuna were walking in the forest. After the Mahabharata war was over. Suddenly Arjuna said, Krishna, you told me so much in Bhagavad Gita during the war. You delivered such beautiful aphorisms. But because I was feeling deeply troubled at that time, I am unable to remember them all clearly. Can you please repeat it to me now? I will absorb it deeply in my mind. Krishna replied casually, what? You do not remember? Even I do not remember anything now. Arjuna was perplexed. He asked, what are you saying, Krishna? How is that you yourself don't remember what you said? Krishna replied, yes, Arjuna, I would have remembered if I had told you all the Shastras, Sutras myself. Now Arjuna was even more perplexed and said, Krishna, don't confuse me. It is you who told me 700 verses during the war. If you say that you didn't tell me, then who did? Krishna replied calmly, all that was said was not spoken by me, but by the Parabrahma Krishna, the cosmic Krishna. The Krishna who was talking to you now is Vasudeva Krishna, Vasudeva's son. Through these stories, understand that the physical body of enlightened master is not their own. Whatever they do with their physical body is only through divinity. They are a pure channel for existence to flow. That is why getting even a glimpse of them is enough in a lifetime. Understand? Whatever samskaras you collect when you are alive gets recorded in you. Even if you have not paid conscious attention while collecting them, understand, whatever samskaras you collect when you are alive gets recorded in you, even if you have not paid conscious attention while collecting them. For example, let's say that you were driving your car and on the way, some accident or some loud expression of grief was happening in the road. You did not really observe much, you just drove past quickly. Consciously, you may not have been registered the car number, the color of the clothing of the person, or the face of the person who was involved in the accident. But if you are hypnotized, you will tell the exact car number, the color of the clothing, the person's face, etc. So what does this mean? It means that even if you don't pay attention to the to the scenes in your life, there is a system inside you which records anything and everything happening around you. Anything happening around you is getting recorded inside. When you leave the body, all the things which gets recorded in your life will recorded in your entire life will replay in front of you. Like an option, your mind will ask what you want to pick up. See, by natural intelligence, you know that the body of an enlightened being, which is there in your memory, is the best body to choose. But you choose only out of whatever is available in front of you. When you are living as a fish, if you have seen a tortoise even once, you will choose only tortoise. But if you choose only out of whatever is available in front of you, when you are living as a fish, if you have seen a tortoise even once, you will choose only tortoise. From the fish stage, you can only take one jump at a time, like the zoning system in USA. Only one jump at a time. There is nothing else you can do. But the next jump you take will be based on the best information available, the best data available. One important thing is the onlooker, the man who gets a glimpse of an enlightened being during his previous birth, may not recognize that he is enlightened, but after death, the memory will show him very clearly that he had the darshan glimpse of an enlightened person. So this happened because that memory alone will shine. At the time of death, that will be in multicolor, while everything else will be black and white. Okay, so now post your questions. Any questions? Please post it now. Any questions? Please do let me know. Before moving on to the meditation. Yes. Now let's do the meditation to address the physical layer. It's a very simple and powerful meditation. So let me explain this meditation. So once you understand this process, this technique, we can do it. You just need, it's a standing meditation. If you cannot stand, you can sit and do. Stand with 1.5 feet distance between your feet. Close your eyes and tie the eye band. Just stand with 1.5 foot space between your feet. Okay, so now inhale, listen to this. Basically from the bottom of your body, from the feet to the top of your crown. Part by part by part, we are going to work on your body. So first inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. I'll read out the instruction, then I'll guide you to the meditation. Concentrate. First, we start from the feet, from the bottom. Concentrate on your feet. Forget all other body parts. So how we are going to do, how we work on that is, each body part that we are working on, we visualize that as a bean bag and squeeze it. Visualize as your body as a bean bag. So when your bean bag, how you squeeze it, then your feet. So visualize your feet squeezed. Tense your feet and then as intensely as possible. Now relax the feet completely and visualize after squeezing, relaxing, visualize that body part is inhaling and exhaling. How you are taking the air inside and exhaling from the nose. Similarly, the body part, the feet, is inhaling and exhaling. First, you have to visualize that body part as a bean bag and squeeze it and leave it. Tense it and leave it as long as possible. After that, in that body part is inhaling and exhaling. Like that, you go with every body part starting from feet, calf muscles, knees, thighs, stomach, chest, hands, back, neck, your face, eyes, nose, and crown. So like this, each body part, you have to go. Is it clear? Instructions are clear. So please post it if you understand. Yes. Otherwise, I'll explain once again. Yes. Stand with your head, neck, back straight line. Close your eyes and tie your eyes with eye bands. Now inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Concentrate on your feet. Forget all other body parts. Tense your feet. Visualize your body as a beanbag. Tense your feet as intensely as possible. Squeeze your feet as intensely as possible. Now relax the feet completely. Next, tense your calf muscle. The next, your feet is inhaling the air, the prana, and exhaling how your nose does. Your feet is all the pores from your feet are inhaling and exhaling. Next, tense your calf muscles as intensely as possible. Now, tense your knees as much as possible to the point of pain. And relax. Now, visualize your knees are inhaling and exhaling. Now, tense your thighs intensely. Squeeze it. Do not allow even a single nerve to rest. And relax. Now, visualize inhaling. Your thighs are inhaling and exhaling. Now, tense your hips. Visualize their beanbag and squeeze it as intensely as possible. Now relax. Now visualize. It's inhaling and exhaling. Hence, now next, move on to your navel region. Visualize it is a bean bag and tense or squeeze it as intensely as possible. Now, your navel region, relax and inhaling. The navel region is inhaling and exhaling. Now, move on to chest. Like this, each body part, chest, arms, face, neck, first neck and then face. Each body part by body part. Visualize it as a bean bag, tense, squeeze it, then relax it. Then visualize that body part is inhaling and exhaling. Move each body part by body part. Same step, repeat for each body part. Intensely, tense each body part by body part. Squeeze it like a bean bag and relax it. Then visualize that body part is inhaling and exhaling. Few more minutes. Now, tense the whole body as intensely as possible. Tense the whole body. Once you're done with all the body parts individually, now tense the whole body. Now, tense the whole body as intensely as possible. Tense as much as possible, as intensely as possible. Now relax. Sit wherever you are. visualize and start inhaling and exhaling to the whole body. Inhale and exhale through every pore of your body. Your face, your ears, nose, eyes, mouth, neck, shoulders, entire body. You can share your experience. How do you like this meditation? You can do this even for a few minutes every day. You will have a tremendous flexibility. You will feel tremendous energy flowing through your body. It's very easy to do. Once you have done it elaborately, but once you get the knack of it, every day you can do this. And share your experience. Now, let's learn more from about the physical body from Swamiji's own voice before we moving on to our next layer, Pranamaya Kosha. You can share your experience in the meantime.
Here is again some personal question. Can I ask the energy darshan?
Okay, there's one beautiful comment. The moment I tighten my whole body and then relax, it seems to release a lot of negative energy. Yes, that's absolutely right. You got a very powerful breakthrough now. Very powerful breakthrough. Yes, let's continue to watch and then we will move on.
Listen, in the sutra, Devi, enter etheric presence, pervading far above and below your form. This is a Nitya Sutra. Means you are supposed to internalize and practice whole day, morning till night. Let me explain exactly the word etheric. That is the key word here. Understand? You are not just the body as you think. It is only one part of you. Physical body made out of flesh and bones is one part of you. There is a second layer. The air which you inhale and exhale. Understand? The prana which goes inside and comes out. That is the second layer, second part of your body. To kill somebody, you don't have to even poison the body. You are just your body. If you have to kill, your poison has to add inside your body. But if poison is added, poisonous gas is added in the room, the person will die. Means your boundary is not just the skin. You are not ending where your skin ends. The pranic layer is like maybe if you inhale and exhale deeply, from which distance you can smell. For example, you can smell. Some people may be able to smell any smell which is there at 6 feet distance. For some people they can smell even 20 feet. For some people, fortunately, you kept the nose very sharp. In the young age, if you are not suppressed, your nose will be very sharp. Your sense of smell will be very sharp. They can smell even 70, 80 feet. The distance you can smell is your pranic layer. That area there, if it is polluted or corrupted, directly you will be affected. Then you must think, if my nose is too sharp, then I have to maintain too much area. Understand? Pollution, even if you don't maintain, is going to affect the health. If your nose is sharp, at least you will know you are inhaling polluted air. You are inhaling polluted air. Nothing else. The distance you can smell will be your pranic layer. Prana Sharira. Understand? In the physical layer, the distance between two persons is more. In the Prana Sharira, many of our Prana Shariras are overlapping. Means the distance between two persons is less. That is why sometimes when you sit next to somebody, you will feel uncomfortable. With somebody, you will feel very relaxed, very restful. In the meditation class I have seen, before meditation, they will not feel any uncomfort to sit next to somebody. But after meditation, because the sensitivity has grown, they will just move to the person. Move to the person. Because now they can feel the pranic layer. Now the boundary is overlapping. Animals are very conscious and very intelligent about the pranic layer. You can see in the zoos. If the other animal enters the pranic layer, there's enough physical. He will show in the face. And early morning, if you see Indian streets, I've seen the dogs will go around and ensure their pranic layer is protected by pissing in the light bulbs. And they'll go around and ensure that their pranic layer is, their boundaries are protected. Anybody who enters inside the boundary itself is enough. This will get ready for fight. Without moving away, when you close your eyes, is mental layer. For example, if you close your eyes and you're able to visualize this hall in one single frame of mind, in one single visualization, if you're able to visualize this hall, this is the distance of your mental layer. For example, if you have to visualize a parking lot, you may have to leave this frame and go there. You may have to uncatch from this frame and visualize the parking lot. Kids can visualize at least 10 times more space than you. That is why many questions they ask, you are not able to answer. Understand? If you have an open space, if you are in an ocean or a vast clay region, how much area you can visualize? You may be able to visualize some 30-degree vision. This much area only you will be able to visualize in one picture in your heart, in your inner space. If you have to visualize the other side, you have to move this out only as a second thought. As a second visualization, you can visualize. But with kids, they can easily visualize 120 degree. 120 degree. And especially the child kids who doesn't go to school, who are not abused by the so-called verbal-based, word-based education system, logic-based education system. Of course, I can't say it's Western because now Eastern, Western, everywhere, logic-based education system. The kids who are not abused by the logic-based education system, they have 360-degree visualization. Understand? When I talk about my first experience, I talk about this only. I was able to visualize. I opened up to the visualization of 360 degree. Kids, till you finish them making like you, till you give birth to your software into them. When you give birth only to hardware, you are hardware in them. Only genetically they are affected. When you put your education system in them, you affected them mentally also. You affected them mentally too. Till they are affected mentally, till they are abused by that. I want to use this word again and again. By the logic-based education, which is the worst damage done to the human mind. When the logic-based education system is given, they lose the ability of visualization, seeing things under one visualization. The creativity or innovation is lost, I tell you. Along with the verbal, word-based or the logic-based education, if your kids can do little meditation, or this carving, anything directly done by using the hand, carving or painting, or completely involving eyes and the hands, they can bring the visualization energy back, efficiency back to their system. If that can be done, it will really take care without abusing the kids. Anyhow, mental layer means the area you are able to visualize without any need to move away. For example, if you are visualizing now, able to visualize now this whole hall, one more important thing, most of you may not even be able to visualize this whole hall at a time. Once you, even the whole hall, if you see, you will see first people, then you will see the screen. Even for this hall, you may need 2-3 movement. The area which you are able to visualize without moving is the mental layer boundary. Mental layer boundary, one more important thing. Like if Annamaya Kosha has to be killed, poisoning Annamaya Kosha is needed. Through Pranamaya corruption, poisoning the, polluting the air is needed. In the mental layer, anybody who is inside the mental layer, his ideas will go into your system without your editing. That's an important thing. So, corrupting ideas are put in your head. That is why whatever ad goes on in the television enters your head. Because that time, that becomes your mental layer. That becomes part of your mental layer. Hardly 10% you logically analyze the news which is read out to you in the TV. Or the information which are told to you through the TV. Because in the TV, in 10 minutes, almost you become part of that mental layer. That becomes part of your mental layer. That is why 90% of the words and ideas which is told to you through the TV, just goes inside. Corrupting 2-3 TV channels is enough to pollute the whole mental setup of particular country, certain country. Fourth layer, very important, etheric layer. Understand? Mahadeva talks about the fourth layer here, means layer of emotions, sentiments. Here the boundary will be bigger. Here the boundary will be even between USA to India. If your relatives are there in India, the distance is too much. Even if they are there, if they are sick, the suffering will be there for you. If somebody dies, the suffering will be there for you. The etheric layer is too big. Understand? Physical layer is only 6 feet. Your skin is the boundary. Pranic layer is the area up to the, you can smell. Up to the area you can smell is the pranic layer, boundary. Mental layer is the area you are able to visualize in one frame, one visualization. That is mental layer. Etheric layer is based on emotional connection. It does not have boundary. It does not have boundary. It is only based on the love or emotional connection you have with people. The feeling you have with people. The connection you have with people. An important thing you need to understand about the feeling or the connection you carry with the people. Even unconsciously it affects you. Even if you don't know they are sick, suddenly you will be low. Why you don't know? Then you will get a telephone call, they are sick. When you are really connected, even without logic, without knowingly, even if you are not informed through your conscious mind, your unconscious will start suffering. Mahadeva says, start feeling the etheric presence. Understand? When you start feeling the etheric presence of you, means where all your energy is invested. All your emotional connections are like your energy investments. You can easily unclutch yourself from the sufferings. If you can find out all the etheric presence connections, your etheric layer connections, you can easily unclutch and enter into the enlightenment or the energy place, energy plane, where there is no bondage, where there is no disturbance. If food poison happens, the physical plane can be corrupted. If the air pollution happens, your pranamaya kosha can be disturbed. If a thought pollution happens, your manomaya kosha can be disturbed. If emotional ideology pollution happens, your etheric layer can be disturbed. Understand? Somebody can be tortured or prisoned. Here you will be suffering without even you directly getting involved with it. You can be tortured through remote control way. That is what is etheric layer is all about. Many times I have seen people feel etherically connected, means emotionally connected. Maybe the word etheric is too mysterious or mystical. If you are emotionally connected to the people who are back in your home, or if you are emotionally connected to people, some group of some religion, some group or some language, whenever some problem comes for them, you are here suffering. I have seen people suffer for no reason. I am all for serving lovingly and compassionately. That's not this. Serve compassionately, nothing wrong, but don't start suffering. People think only by suffering you can serve. No, if you are suffering, you will not have energy to serve. You will not have energy to serve. Stop suffering. Have empathy. Empathy means feeling they are suffering and immediately working to remove it. Sympathy means suffering along with them. Empathy means working to remove their suffering. You are not supposed to suffer with them. I have seen. If Americans suffer there, here the Americans feel suffering. If the Hindus suffer there, here Hindus feel suffering. Somewhere Muslims are suffering, here the Muslims feel suffering. If you have etheric connection, emotional bondage, you invite, you accept, you are waiting for more and more suffering. Mahadeva says, feel your etheric presence with whom all you feel connected. Just for 10 days, try this technique. Feel you are present to all the people with whom you are feelingly connected. You are emotionally connected. Feel like a light beam in the form of a big light. You are connected to all the people with whom you emotionally feel connected. For example, if your parents are there in India, mostly none of you feel connected emotionally. If at all you feel emotionally connected, just visualize continuously. Your body is huge enough to accommodate the whole India inside and they are there inside it. It may look very funny. But in 10 days, you will have so many new revelation. Understand? So many new revelation. How you invite new unnecessary sufferings. When you feel connected to them, even if they are not suffering, if they are going through some incident which you think they are suffering, you will create suffering for you. Many times, they will be completely free, relaxed, resting. But what you think they are suffering, if they go through, what you will do? You will feel the suffering and you will create suffering for them by forcing it on them. No, this cannot happen to you. We do same thing in the name of love. I call that as a loving torture. Now I go through many times from disciples. Especially when they think if I eat more, they will get more punya. Based on my weight, they will get more punya. I don't know what will happen to me. See, the suffering which you invite unnecessarily, unconsciously, the moment it is brought to your conscious awareness, it will disappear. Not only with parents and relatives I am talking. Many days you may be connected to your religious people, or your community people, your group of people, or your language people. You will have the common identity connections. Understand? Conditioning is one of the dangerous things. If you are connected to the whole world, that is wonderful, you will never take suffering for yourself. Because when you expand to the whole world without boundary, there is no ideology-based connection. That does not belong to etheric, that belongs to cosmic body. Etheric body means emotion-based connection, conditioning-based connection, conditioning-based love, conditioning-based connection will always lead to calamity, will always lead to danger, will always lead to violence. Because the other part, the part which you excluded, naturally will be violent towards them. Naturally will be violent, angry towards them. I've seen how the conditioning brings so much of suffering unconsciously to a person, and the suffering which he enjoys or cherishes creates more violence and suffering. Understand? Ego means working based on pain body and expanding the boundary of pain body is ego. If you are making some decisions because of the people whom you think is your own is suffering, all your decisions to alleviate their suffering will add only more suffering to the planet Earth. You may add suffering to somebody else, and that person naturally will add suffering to the group which you are thinking as your own. Say, I for I will only end up making the whole world blind. You will remove his side and he will remove, as a revenge, one person from your party, and all you guys will remove one person from their party. If continuously this goes on, where will end? It will make the whole world blind. That's all. Ending place will be whole world blind. Mahadeva says, enter etheric presence, pervading far above. Understand? He knows, I think, people are going to live too far and have the etheric connection. That's why he does not say above, far above. And far below your form. Your form may be the center, but with whoever you feel connected, emotionally, if a particular language people, or religious people, or relative, or community, anything condition-based connection. Condition-based connection. 10 days, from morning till night, be aware of all of them as a part of your own body. Visualize you have a huge light body. Part of them are inside you as part. Maybe looking very funny, feeling very funny. You may think how this can lead me to enlightenment. You do not know. You do not know with how many conditionings you are suffering in unconscious level. Only when you practice this, you will realize all the layers and layers of conditionings in which you are suffering unconsciously. They will all come up to consciousness. The moment they come up to the consciousness, naturally you will be unclutched from them. You will be relieved from them. You will be relaxed from them. Understand? The sutra is very powerful. May not directly now you may not feel. How can this open enlightenment? Till you open the door, you will not be aware what is inside the building. I have seen so many people. When they come inside our temple, when they open the Vedic temple door, it's hardly 7 feet door. They never imagine anything. They can't imagine what is inside. The moment they open the door inside and the second door and look inside, God, they get a shock because psychologically you always feel inside you will see things only based on the height of the entrance. If the entrance is 7 feet, inside also you already imagine or come to a pre-conclusion. Which means you are going to see only the things which are all equal to the side. You never imagine. Only when you see, suddenly you have a shock. God, what is this? How did it all come inside? How all these deities are there? The moment only when they see inside, they get the shock. That is why I just want to actually really want to name that place as a shock spot. The moment you open the eyes, oh God, it's such a shock. Till you see, you do not know what you are going to see with that key. Same way, till you practice for 10 days, you do not know how many layers of your own conditioning you are going to experience with this technique. You will see 2 big things, much more than what you expected. It is a very wonderful technique. The next sutra is a continuity. Actually, it is a same sutra. Only one small difference. Technique, the difference in technique. Put mind stuff in such inexpressible fineness, above, below, and in your heart. Understand the same technique. In first technique, Mahadeva says, experience the etheric presence above and below you. In the second technique, he says, it's actually a developed version. After you practice the first, you have to do second. You can't do second directly. He says, be aware of all the etheric connections you have. Means the etheric bodies, boundaries you have. Along with that, be aware of your boundary also. Here you need to put awareness in 2 places. Let me describe exactly what Mahadeva means. In the first sutra, he says, just put your awareness on mind. That is enough. I will automatically get dismantled. Because I has no individual base except the mind. The second, he says, sometime you would have collected a very strong I. You don't even know the corruption, the depth of corruption which exists in that I. Beyond conditioning, you may be having some ideas. So put your awareness on that also. Understand? 2 different techniques. Maybe the second technique for real thickheads. Real thickheads. First technique is remember, be aware, expand to all the psychological, emotional, etheric connections which brings you suffering. I have seen many times. See, if you can stop accumulating etheric anger and etheric lust, that is enough, you are liberated. Because the anger or lust which you can contain in this body will never be harmful to you. Will never be harmful to you. I have seen people carrying the anger which directly is not involved to their life. If somebody is killed somewhere who is supposed to be the community in which he is born and brought up, here his blood will boil. When they read the news, let him suffer. I know he should have it. Sitting in front of TV, they will be shouting. Accumulating the anger more than what you need to run your day-to-day life is the danger. Accumulating the lust more than what you need to run your day-to-day life. Some celebrity is dancing in the TV. And already you accumulated the lust, which you can't directly use in your day-to-day life, which is useless. In your day-to-day life, that lust is not going to be useful. But you accumulated that lust. Naturally, that is going to stay inside you as a blockage. If you have the lust with the person with whom you are living, which you can directly express, means useful to your day-to-day life. Useful to your day-to-day life. Accumulate lust or anger, useful to your day-to-day life, that will never be dangerous. That will never be dangerous. I tell you, it will only help you to run your day-to-day life with excitement. Somebody goes to doctor and says, doctor, I want to live 100 years. What else should I do? Doctor asks, do you drink? He said, no. Do you smoke? No. Do you fool around, date around? He says, no. I live a straight, simple, pure life. And doctor asks, why do you want to live 100 years? Understand? I'm not saying disconnect or destroy everything. Accumulate the anger which is needed only for your day-to-day life. You may need anger to run your business. You may need little shouting to maintain your office discipline. You may need little lust to have to add excitement in your relationship. You may need little lust to keep the love or to keep the family going on. Have the lust, have the anger, have the emotions which are directly needed for your day-to-day life. Not etheric. Seeing some particular dimensioned male or female who are called models jumping somewhere, if you accumulate the lust which is not going to be directly straight away useful in your day-to-day life, you are creating blockages. You are creating disturbance in your etheric system. Understand? Be aware of all those attachments. If you have your hero, if you are a fan of somebody, 15 days remember that person is part of your etheric body. Because all those things are also directly connected with whoever you are attached. Remember all those things as part of your body for 15 days. Suddenly you will see how much of suffering is added into your life by them. Not directly by them. Your emotional attachment to them. your attachment to them. Same way, whoever you don't like, for no reason, you don't like somebody. Alright, you don't like that is true. Your actor can do anything to the person directly? No. It is not directly going to be useful in your day-to-day life. I have seen people sitting in the newspaper and reading the mortuary columns and feeling, this fellow, he needs this. As if you are never going to die. As if your photo is never going to appear in that mortuary column. Maybe it may not appear in the column in the newspaper, but it's not that you are not going to die. At least somebody has given an advertisement for him in the mortuary column. I've seen. Means vengeance, which is not directly useful in the day-to-day life. Lust, which is not directly useful in your day-to-day life. If you can accumulate the anger, lust, all the emotions which is directly needed for your everyday life and spend it, your life will be like the barber before finding the golden jar. It will be contented, fulfilled, wonderful. But the moment you find the golden jar and try to fulfill it, like collecting the anger and collecting the lust, collecting the violence, which is not directly useful in your day-to-day life, which you can't spend. The big problem with the Yaksha's jar, golden part, is you will never feel like taking it out and spending. You will only feel like filling it. Same way, the collected anger and lust, which is not directly useful in your life, you will never be able to spend it. You will only accumulating it. And anybody who is working based on the accumulated anger and lust without reason, without the direct use, will continue to suffer, because all their decisions will be made on the pseudo anger, pseudo lust, which is not directly useful in their life. Be aware, two techniques, understand? Be aware, first 10 days, only about the etheric body. That itself will take your awareness. You will not be aware of you also. Just be aware of all the etheric connections and the body around the world, all your likes and dislikes, and love and hatred, all the connections. Remember, everything is inside you as part of your body. Move with the same visualization for 10 days. You will see so many understandings and revelations and great spiritual clicks happening in you. So many initiations will open up. Second part, if in the first part itself, if you achieve the truth, then no need for second. Otherwise, the second part, be aware of you also, center also. Then, so many other things can happen. Put mind stuff in such inexpressible fineness above, below, and in your heart. That's the only word added. The keyword added is and in your heart. That is the essence. Understand? Both techniques are today, fortunately, part of the same sutra, because I'm seeing many of you are tired after attending 2 long days of workshop. So, I think Shiva knows maybe. So after the 2-day workshop, the sutra is going to be taken. So he gave both the techniques in one sutra, so that you don't have to sit for more time. I'll tell the essence in a few lines. Visualize all the love, hatred, emotional relationships which you have in your life as part of your etheric body, means light body. Visualize you have a huge light body. If you have somebody who is really emotionally connected to you in India, visualize you have a huge body which extends up to India, and that person is inside the body. 10 days carry this visualization. Let all the emotional, hatred or loving connections be inside your etheric body. And if you experience the ultimate click with this technique, go ahead with this. If not, the second thing, add. Along with that, be aware of your center also. Your center also. Then you will see the new layers of click opening up. So, let you, of course, tomorrow we have the last day of Shiva Sutra. So, welcome you all to be here tomorrow to enjoy the last day of Shiva Sutra here, because I will do the remaining few sutras in maybe the ashram, Indian ashram I completed. So, formally, the public lecture Shiva Sutra will be ending tomorrow. It took almost 2 years. I remember 2006, January we started, and 2007, December, it took 2 years to comment on at least around 100 sutras. We will be finishing the public discourse on Shiva Sutras tomorrow. I welcome you all. So let the sutras be internalized by you and practiced by you. Let you all achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.
Yes. Now, let's enter into the next layer, Pranamaya Kosha, the breath layer. On a physiological level, the layer of prana refers to your circulatory and respiratory systems, the streams of life flowing in you. Prana refers to the life-giving energy that you inhale through air. Every time you breathe prana in along with the air. You don't actually need air to be alive, you need only prana. So the 5 prana processes that happen in you are inhaling, staying, spreading, exhaling, and cleaning. The Sanskrit names for those are prana, vyana, udana, samana, apana. These are the 5 actions of prana. Going in, staying, spreading all over, leaving the system, and cleaning. All these 5 processes put together is called the pranic layer. One important thing you need to understand here, the air which goes inside through your nose is not prana. Understand the difference between the words prana and the air. Air is the vehicle. It is just the medium to transport. Prana is the energy which is carried by this vehicle. For example, you see many times a vehicle comes here, unloads something and goes out, isn't it? In the same way, air goes inside, unloads the prana shakti and comes out. The problem is because of your restless, unconscious and shallow way of breathing, separation of prana shakti from air, that is the unloading time is not much. Your mind and your pranic cycle and the way in which you breathe are both very closely connected. Because your breathing is so unconscious, the unloading time is very less. With less unloading time, only half of the prana gets unloaded and spreads through the body and the air comes out. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa saw Vivekananda's breathing and said, "This boy will not live long." Ramakrishna said very clearly that he will not see the age 40. Vivekananda passed away at 39. His breathing was very shallow. Maybe he consciously designed in that way. After all, he was an enlightened master. Of course, if he wished, he could have altered the way of breathing. But he decided to leave the body early. Anyhow, you have not decided to leave the body. So you can change your breathing consciously. You can make it sharp. As of now, our breathing is unconscious, and that is why the unloading time is very less. If you bring awareness to all the 5 movements, much more prana can be unloaded from the air that goes inside and spreads throughout your system. Civilization has taught us to completely control the activity of cleaning. That's why you end up with stomach problems. In civilization, the natural cleaning process is not allowed. It is considered bad moment, bad manners. So you constantly have to control yourself. One important thing, you constantly harbor so much tightness in your Swadhisthana chakra when you try to control the cleaning process. Being too tense takes you away from the cleaning process. Any questions, please post it in the chat. Kalyan Sundari, link call. Diana, any questions, please do post it in the chat. Either you should have full control so that you don't need the cleaning process, or you should be in an unconditioned and relaxed mood. Due to social conditioning, you create so much tension in the navel center. This is nothing to laugh about. It is a serious problem. This conditioning is actually killing you. Especially if the breathing is shallow, then the complete unloading and loading of the prana does not happen. If the kumbhaka, that means the staying of air, happens for a few seconds more, then the prana will be completely unloaded. And whatever needs to be sent out will be sent out. Also, if whatever needs to be sent out stays inside your body longer than required, you will be struggling with it. So all the 5 steps of the breathing process do not have your awareness. That is why there is so much of suffocation. One more thing, because the routine for the entire day is fixed, you have practically lost the spontaneity. Many times you must have seen, you will come down from your bedroom through the same path, sit in the same chair, have breakfast, walk in the same way, get into the car, and only after reaching the office, you will realize that you drove for half an hour on the road. Your entire morning routine goes unnoticed by even you. Recently, I read an article that a person died in an office in India, and for 3 days, they did not realize that he was dead. They thought he was working sincerely. Only on the 3rd day, they realized he was dead. Your routine is so fixed. So your breathing pattern is also almost fixed. But that is not the way life should be. It should be alive and be with awareness. Bringing a little awareness to the breathing pattern, bringing a little awareness to the prana will create more of a gap between the inhaling and exhaling. It means that the unloading of the prana and the spreading of the air energy, which is no longer necessary, will be done completely. If there is enough gap between inhaling and exhaling, then the cleaning process, that is apana, will also be done by its own nature. It should be alive, deep with awareness. Bringing a little awareness to the breathing pattern, bringing a little awareness to the prana will create more of a gap between inhaling and exhaling. It means that the unloading of the prana and the spreading of the air energy, which is no longer necessary, will be done completely. If there is an inner gap between inhaling and exhaling, then the cleaning process, that is apana, will also be done by its own nature. You don't need to any other processes for apana to happen. You don't even need to do exercise. Generally, working out until you sweat is considered a big thing. If you create a gap between inhaling and exhaling consciously, you don't even have to do any physical exercise and make yourself sweat. What can be achieved through a workout can very well be achieved through just this. These are the basic secrets of pranayama. That is why pranayama is considered to bring good health, energy, and healing to the body. How does it do so much of cleaning? It is a very simple technique which you are going to do now. It's just bringing awareness to all the 5 processes. That's all. You have become completely aware, especially of the process in which prana is spreading all over your body. Every second, the pranic energy is spreading from your head to your toe. That's why you are still alive, but you are not aware of it. Not only that, the impulses in your bodies, which travel from the body to the brain and back from the brain to the body, are the physical manifestations of prana. It is prana that coordinates the activities of the body and mind and things such as rationality, emotions, and other aspects of our personality. In the yoga system, they say that when you add awareness to your prana process, you will experience the immortal nectar throughout the body. Your breathing should be very deep and with deep awareness. I don't mean that you should change your breathing forcefully. Forcefully, you can change only for 2 or 3 minutes. But if you change the pattern consciously through deep awareness, you can change it once and for all. Throughout the day and night, the pattern of breathing will be changed. Now, we are not going to change it by force. Changing it by force is called pranayama. That will help only for 10 minutes. Changing it consciously by bringing awareness to it will completely change the breathing pattern throughout the day and night. As the duration for which the prana stays inside increases, you will become aware of the nectar. Naturally, having awareness and unloading more prana shakti will increase your longevity. That's why we call it amrit, which means nectar. In many Upanishads, they say when the prana reaches the Sahasrara chakra, the crown center on top of your head, it flows all over the body like amrita dhara, meaning the flow of nectar. When you bring awareness to the 5 processes, inhaling, staying, spreading, exhaling, and cleaning, all the 5 processes happen beautifully. As the duration for which the prana stays inside increases, you will become aware of the nectar. Naturally, having awareness and unloading more prana shakti will increase your longevity. That's why we call it Amrut. It means nectar. In many Upanishads, they say when the prana reaches the Sahasrara chakra or the crown center on top of your head, it flows all over the body like Amrit Dhara, meaning the flow of nectar. When you bring awareness to the five processes, inhaling and staying, spreading, exhaling, and cleaning, all the five processes happen beautifully. The sensitivity towards the experience of these five processes can add more prana and more energy to your system. You will be able to experience the life energy flowing throughout the body. One difficulty with this meditation is that when we do it after food, we tend to sleep. Just get up now and stretch your bodies, and then we can sit in meditation. All of you, please just get up now and stretch your bodies. And those of you who are off camera, please come on camera, and then we can sit in meditation. For this meditation, nothing should be tightened. If you have a tight belt, please loosen it. Nothing should be tightly gripping your body. Now, let us start. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? So now, please close your eyes and tie the eyes with eye bands. Close your eyes and tie the eyes with eye band. Release any tension that you have. Do not change the pattern of breathing by force or by will. Just bring awareness to your breathing. Bring awareness to your breathing. That's all. By being aware, if it changes by itself, it is all right. But don't change it by will or by force. it is okay. You just be. Yes, sorry for the delay. Yes, sit in a very relaxed way. Release all tension. There should be no tension around the navel area. Now, do not change the breathing pattern by force. Now, let's start. First step. Bring your awareness to the inhalation. Do not lie down, just sit. Bring your awareness to the inhalation. Bring your awareness to the inhalation only. Don't change the breathing pattern by force or by will. Just be aware of what is happening. By being aware, if the breathing changes by itself, then it is okay. You just be aware. Just bring in awareness to only inhalation. Bring in awareness to only inhalation for a few minutes. Being aware of the inhalation for next few minutes. And repeat. That should mind is now. Can you all hear me?
2 3 girls threw stones on me. After stones, they're sleeping. They didn't even get up. Then I thought, there's a stones I dropped. And dropped the idea of throwing stones.
Awareness to all.
They can't kill it.
Inhaling.
Not yet, that's miss. You're no problem.
Spreading all over the body.
He is not right. Okay. Can try also. That's funny. All right. Anyway, Vivar Saraswati already. So Lakshmi and Durga have seen, Vivar Saraswati also. That's nice. How many continue during morning after coming back?
Your awareness to all the 5 movements: inhaling, staying, spreading.
Actually, it's like in the beginning, 3. When you come down from 100 to 60, it will be going. After 60, it will not be going.
These are all the people stages of couples. The first time I feel like it's funny. NSP also was not.
Dancing and dancing and clapping only is fine. Inside only. That is what I said, enlightenment in the same. This will be a deep enjoyment. Let the TKS come down. Any other question? That's all. Alright, close the eyes and sit. Sit straight. Close your eyes. You see, she said when she was doing meditation, she saw the Lakshmi and the Parvati. She didn't see the Saraswati. So she was thinking, how come I'm not having Saraswati with me? Now she got the Saraswati. Wow, wow. Nice. Sit straight. Close eyes. When you feel really too much like sleeping, go to your room and sleep. But till then, try to sit. Try to sit as long as possible. Even if you can add 1 more minute, add that much of meditation. Try to do. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Start witnessing the ingoing prana and the prana taking turn, and the prana going out, and the prana again taking turn. Witness all the 4 movements of the prana. Witness all the 4 movements of prana. Continue to witness. of stones they are sleeping. They are sleeping. They didn't get up. Then I thought, there's a stones I dropped. I dropped the idea of 12 stones. To the correctly hit. Not get yesterday's miss. You're no problem. Teeth is not out. Okay. Can you try also? There is no need. Alright. Anyway, you got Saraswati already. So Lakshmi and Durga, you have seen, you got Saraswati also. That's enough. How will continue even today morning after coming back? Okay. Actually, it's like in the beginning, see, when you come down from 100 to 60, it will be going. After 60, it will not be going. After 60, it will not be going. But till that 100 to 60, you will have the sensation of going. That is the reason. These 4 days, if I give some other option, some drama, some program, some relaxation, you will do that. That's why I am not doing anything. Otherwise, generally, I never put you in such a dry thing. I always give some relaxation. But here, no other way. At least till the Manomaya Kosha. You have to move with intensity. Nothing else should be an option. Nothing else should be helping you to turn away. Especially, see, unless you really go intensely, nothing big can happen. Big can't happen. See, actually, ASP and SPNR is like more I am helping. It's also I am helping. But in an intense way. Unless you have your house in 0 TPS. See, it's like a retreat home, retreat resort. So many of you may be having farmhouse. How many of you have got farmhouse outside the city? You see, Annamaya Kosha 100 TPS is like a house in the MC road. 0 TPS is a house in Budi. House in Budi. You must have at least one apartment in Budi Ashram. So that once in a while you can come and rest, relax, rejuvenate, and then again go and fight. Start doing your regular job. At least one apartment with a 0 TPS. I am trying to create one apartment for you in these 4 days. So that whenever you want, you can rest. You can have vacation. Give time a break. So that is the reason. Construction time, especially digging and making the foundation time, it's always little difficult. Bear with me and go with it. Don't bother. By evening, we'll have something else. By evening, once you go into Manomaya Kosha, then okay. Of course, I'm very happy that at least Manomaya Kosha is successfully doing. Annamaya, I don't know why you guys didn't understand what was happening first day. Otherwise, by now you would have classed Manomaya. Okay. First day instruction, first night instruction, nobody understood. Only next day morning, after the time Shakti, only people start understanding what's going on here. Otherwise, they thought I'm going to do the regular play. No regular play now. Any question?
I have 2 questions on the intensity. It seemed as if the natural course of the meditation, the breathing slows down. But when my numbing was so great and the pain was great, I witnessed it, but I increased my breath. And then I felt totally like delirious and dizzy and thought I was going to have.
You are not supposed to increase the breath. Why? There is no need. Just witness. Till the end, only one technique, only one word. Witness. Witness the witness.
I have a question about the numbing because I still can't get my right leg awake.
Sit in the chair. That's all.
It's been all night.
Now sit in the chair. That's all.
And Swami, I wanted to share that it's just been the greatest healing for me because 25 years ago last night, at the time we were doing this meditation, was when I got the news of my daughter's death 25 years ago. And so my laughing was like, I was concerned. I tried to suppress it for a while because I knew I might be disturbing people. But it was like, I can't believe that I'm so happy because I just never thought I'd be happy again.
Wonderful.
I wanted to start laughing.
Of course, we are laughing your body. Now, that is a glorious laughter. The whole city will shake. Like this, I don't think I can 10 people have happy. Just 2 minutes enough to shake the whole city. Any other person?
Just now I was meditating it was
No, you shouldn't have mixed the techniques. You see, now, forget about everything else and go only with this pranayama. I tell all of you, you will not do any other technique. You will not do any other technique. See, I am working in a deeper angle with you. Whatever you know, Ananda will become more sharp when you go through all these things. But don't please mix any other technique. Now, do only these techniques. No, that's okay. The regular Mahamaya will be happy. If you participate, okay. If you don't, okay. But no other techniques in the particular timings.
After sunlight, I thought of closing it. And I started seeing the shoulders. My hands became so heavy, I could not shift it. In spite of my efforts, ultimately I requested him, now I have to go. Because slowly, it became very light. And I came up.
There's no need even to come here. You just witness the thoughts. It will become more and more soft. Okay. Anyhow, but continuously witness. Yes.
After laying down also, the consciousness is only on deep. In the middle, when we get up also, the same thing.
It means you are successful.
Even my body.
That is right. Achieving vipassana is nothing but having the breath watch in dream state. Already you enter vipassana. When it is done systematically, with a clear understanding, especially this diagram is, I think, some unique gift. This diagram explains practically all the questions. All the basic questions are answered just by this time chart on this diagram. Practically, when such clarity happens to you, straight away all your energies are concentrated into the technique, especially the right technique. Step by step, when you go in, simply things are achieved. Nice. You see, you achieve the state of vipassana, you achieve the state of vipassana. Upasana means having darshana, the devata. You have darshana Dakshinamurti. He achieved that because he stayed in the dream. Both are great achievements. Generally, how long it takes. And they say if you chant any Devada's mantra for 12 years, you will have a vision. And if you do 12 years of breath watching, then you achieve the Vipassana. Things are simply happen. That's nice. Next.
When I'm watching the breath, I feel very relaxed, and the breath slows right down, becomes very, very small, and it's hard to see before I point. I can't see the change.
Now, make your witness more sharp. Let the witnessing consciousness be more sharp. But it always happens only as a four-sided. Either four or no-sided. It only stops. It becomes a straight line. Not even a straight line, just a point. So then you have to only improve the consciousness. Go on, go on.
மெடிடேஷன் முடிச்சுட்டு 1 hour சிட்டிங் போகும்போது போய் படுத்தேன். படுத்துக்கும் போது தூங்க போறமே அப்படின்னு நான் ஃபீல் பண்ணேன். நீங்க சொல்லி தூங்குறேன், நீங்க விட்னஸ் இருந்து பாப்பீங்கன்னு சொல்றீங்க. அப்போ விட்னஸ் இருந்து பாப்பேன்.
That's nice. Witness.
விட்னஸ்ங்கிறது மனசுல எண்ணங்களை பார்க்குறோம். அதே விட்னஸை பார்க்கறது எது?
That's consciousness. That's being. The now witness, even the idea that I'm witnessing will disappear. But this is the Atma. The atmosphere will start happening.
சொல்லி பிராண மூமெண்ட் போகணும்னு சொன்னீங்க. அது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து பெருசாக இருக்கும். அவன் போயிட்டு இந்த நாஸ்ட்ரல்குள்ளார எல்லாமே ஆல்ரெடி
Inside nostril, just you can sight.
ஆல்ரெடி அன்னப்பணம் இருக்கு. That is different.
Anapasana is very different. This is Anapasana. But Anapasana creates schizophrenia. Be very careful. Anapasana, straight away schizophrenia. Schizophrenic status. Be very careful. Anapasana. It should happen like step by step. It must be like step by step it should happen. And moreover, the inner already cleaned all the guilt, these things. So much is already digged out. Now if you go deep, nothing much will come up. But that means straight away you go deep, what will happen? All the certain better vessel open. Everything will come up.
எல்லா பிராணாயாமம் சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த டெஃபினேட் எல்லா பிராணாயாமம் நம்மளுடைய எஃபோர்ட்டே இல்லாமல் ஆக்சுவலாக.
Swamiji, you said that someone will become a point when you watch it. What do you mean by that?
And then you naturally contain Paramashivoham.
So just as one awareness.
There will be no being at all. Just you will be there. Just you will be like binary 0 1 0 1 0 1. That's all. Binary tak 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 tak. Matter and energy. Just the binary. Nothing else. Actually, binary is originated from here only. The binary concept is Paramashivoham. From Paramashivoham concept only binary concept came.
That is not constant. I go through the 4 cycle. Once in a while I have this.
That's all. Then it means TS is getting high. So again come out. Starts climbing. When you get a little silent and you can Sachidananda, then you can nothing. Nobody. Then it starts climbing as you. Then again come out.
Even the body pain and those things that you know.
Body pain is nothing but too much of TS. Any physical disease also is ITP.
Sitting posture pain.
Okay. See, that way, if you witness actually, even that will melt down. That will just melt down. See, just visualize that you put a lock and lock it. You will see that simply the brain is not there. You can't move actually the body. Actually.
Only the body consciousness is lost. Is it because of sleep or because of
That's only you should understand. If you are aware after body consciousness losing, then meditation. If you are not aware, then that's all.
Less thoughts are coming.
And the TS coming down. TS dropping.
So the breathing is so does it mean the intensity is slowing down? Sorry.
Yes, please.
When the breathing is slowing down, I'm feeling all around the intensity.
You see, I'm saying this is enough down. Otherwise, nothing.
Swami, I would like to just ask, when I was sort of breathing in, breathing out, and the overlapping, I was having all that flow thing just on the gut. That means I felt that the whole thing is narrowed down, and I could have a very deep breath. And when I was breathing out, before that I could see that it's everything is in that tranquil.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You see, if you just stay in that state, continuously you will rejuvenate it. Continuously you will rejuvenate it. Actually, prana is not breath. Prana is the energy which is taken through the breath. Breathing is like a lie. Prana is the stuff which comes inside the lie. So, if you stay in the state, it's wonderful. It will lead you to Namaya Kosha. It will bring down the deepness. Wonderful thing. You see, if you chant Gayatri 1 lakh, 2 lakh times, this state will be achieved. Lakhs and lakhs of mantra japa will bring you to the Namaya Kosha. That's why you do mantra japa. But not the full speed. That will only increase the deepness. Om Bhuvasvaha Tat Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Again, awareness. One gap of awareness. Then again, Om Bhuvasvaha Tat Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Actually, in this state you chant. Within 10 minutes you will feel the syllables are too much on you. The mantra words are too much on you. Your mind is dropping below the mantra. Simply the mantra will drop. Only that prana cycle will be happening. Now actually for the people who are attached to Pranaya Kosha, if you try to chant in mantra, it will be too heavy on you. The TPS will increase, you will be able to find out delay. But once you touch the pranaya, if you take up the mantra, TPS will increase. So you become mantra adita. You are achieving the siddhi of mantras. You won't need any more mantra if you cast the pranaya. Take pranaya only, you need mantra. After that, no mantras.
So in மூச்சை விட்டு மறுபடியும் வந்து இழுக்கும்போது அந்த டேர்னிங் பாயிண்ட் இல்லை, விட்டுட்டு இழுக்கும்போது உள்ள டேர்னிங் பாயிண்ட் வந்து அந்த விடும்போது கடைசியாக வருது இல்லையா, அதுக்குள்ள இந்த மூலாதாரத்துக்கு மேலே அந்த அவங்க வரைக்கும் அந்த ஃபோர்ஸ் ஒரு வேர் சொல்லுது.
It's a good experience, but go ahead, witness.
Swami, the curve when we exhale and before inhaling, that is much longer than the curve from inhaling to exhaling. It is very short.
That shouldn't be the case. Because continuously witness, that shouldn't be the case. Because this cap should be small and that cap should be more. Only then you have life.
Share your experience of witnessing the code, the prana process, we entering our next layer, Manomaya Kosha, or mind layer. It is the layer where constant inner chatter is common. The inner chatter is nothing but the constant formation of words that does not bear. It is just the flow of words to the irrelevant association of things. That's all. It's just the flow of words to do irrelevant association of things. And this constant flow is what is called fun. The person does not have a clean Manomaya Kosha. If he is disturbed in the mind, sits still, he can ruin the entire place where he is sitting. The Manomaya Kosha is the center of all the five koshas. Not only as we feel, but even otherwise, this Manomaya Kosha can be called as a base of all the five koshas. Base of all the five koshas. From Manomaya, you can penetrate or work on all the other four. Order also is center. Other also from Manomaya Kosha, the mind layer can penetrate or work on all the other four. Thus, the Anta Chakra is the center or the king of all the chakras. Anta Chakra. Seven chakras. In the 7 layers, the Nirvana layer is touched. Same. 5 koshas, the Manomaya is because after the Manomaya kosha, one important thing whatever you can do, you will work on this. The meditation process for Manomaya is humming, meditating, intense humming itself will break the intensity. When you hum, put your complete awareness on it. It helps you silence or inner chatter is created around the even brain. When we hum intensely, such that we feel the vibration of humming right below our feet, we stop this process of continuous inner chatter. It is like shaking the whole thing up. So the humming should happen from below the navel. Humming lets you feel your body as it is.
Shanti, Shanti,
Start feeling light,
Shanti.
as if you are floating.
Slowly,
You don't
very
feel
slowly.
heaviness in the body
Open your eyes.
because humming
Relax.
matches the vibrations of the mind with the vibrations of the body.
गणपतये नमो नमः, मंगलमूर्ति नमो नमः, सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः, गणपति बप्पा मोरया.
गणपतये नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया.
ओम गणपतये नमो नमः, मंगलमूर्ति नमो नमः, सिद्धिविनायक.
Let's start working on Manomaya kosha directly. We listen more cognitions about Annamaya Kosha, the rock song. Get ready for the humming meditation to work on the Annamaya. Questions which I should start.
Welcome you all with my love and respects. Now let's go for meditation technique. This is one technique from Tibetan Buddhism. Very powerful technique. They call it in Buddhism Maha Mantra. This technique is called as Maha Mantra. It's a very simple technique to rejuvenate yourself and to clear your inner space. Mainly this technique is aiming towards maintaining the quality of your inner space. Naturally, when you maintain the quality of your inner space, you heal your body and mind. Disease is nothing but the disturbed inner space. This meditation technique helps you to maintain your inner space. Let me explain the technique. It's 4 step. First thing, sitting straight. You can sit in the sofa or in the chair, no problem. If you can, sit on the floor. If you feel comfortable, otherwise you can sit on the chair, no problem. But you need to sit straight. Head, neck and backbone should be in a straight line. That's the first instruction. Let me finish all the instructions, then you can do. Second, closing the eyes. When I say closing the eyes, I don't mean just closing the eyelids. I mean something more than closing eyelids. Usually, when you close your eyes, when you open your eyes, you will see all these things. When you close your eyes, you will be seeing all these things in your inner space. Now you need to disconnect yourself. You need to disconnect the outward memory. You need to separate yourself from this outer world. You need to clean your inner space. How to do it? When you close your eyes, just tense your eyeballs. Just tense your eyeballs for 60 seconds, not more than that. Please don't tense more than 60 seconds. Just for 60 seconds, if you can just tense it, create a little pressure on the eyeballs. Naturally, you will see the inside visualizations will come down. The movement of pictures in your inner space will come down. It's the second step. Third step, humming as deeply as possible, as loudly as possible, and as lengthily as possible. Let me do it and show. Just fill your whole inner space with humming, with this vibration. Don't allow any other thought to come in your inner space except this vibration. For 20 minutes, continuously hum. Usually, our mind or body will not allow you to meditate. Meditation and mind, both are Indian mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. They can't stay together, whatever you try to do. Try your best. It is rare exemptions. Stay together happily. It's very rare. So mind and meditation are just like Indian mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. Because both try to possess the same person. She wants son and she wants husband. Both want the same person. Same way that mind also wants your being, meditation also wants your being. They can't stay together. Your mind will try its best to say, no, tomorrow we can do. After some time, even if I don't know who is going to know, after all the whole crowd is humming. These are the usual thoughts our mind will create. Please don't listen to the mind just for 20 minutes. Do it intensely. You can see the experience. You can see the experience. Fourth instruction, just sit silently for 10 minutes and relax. 4 instructions, let me repeat. Sitting straight, closing the eyes, humming 20 minutes, filling your whole inner space with this humming for 20 minutes and 10 minutes silent sitting. Anybody has got heart problem or anybody underwent any surgery in the last 6 months? Please don't do this. Just relax and sit. Don't do this meditation. All other people do it as intensely as possible.
You may start humming now. Take your awareness to the Anahata Chakra and relax into it with a blissful mood.